Hi, everybody. This is Laura. How you all doing this evening? We do have a kind of crowded queue. Can't believe it. Wow. Just the wind and even my work, I can't even hold, I can't keep up with it all right now. But anyway, welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have all of you here. Thank you for attending. And I hope that I can get to all of you this evening. I do have one donation uh, who has not yet checked into the chat to the queue, but I'm sure she'll be coming along. If anybody does want to jump to the top of the queue, there is a way to do that. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And that can be done at the website for the show, which is called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there you would find a myriad of resources, one of which is to jump the gate with the 8 No Wait. It's an $8 donation that goes in part to help animals. Another thing there is a live video feed of me. If you go there, you'll see towards the bottom of that page, the YouTube kind of video. And if you click on the arrow that points to the right to play it, you'll be able to see me. This evening, I've been toying with this this gray wig, because I have a lot of gray hair, guys. And I was just trying to see what it would look like on me. To tell you the truth, I do like it. I like what gray hair looks like on me. If anybody has a chance to look and can tell me what they think. I'm not wearing it, I'm just putting it next to my face. But I think it actually looks good on me, this color. Maybe later on when I get some of you on the phone, I'll ask your opinion if you do have access to that. But the video is at spiritmediumtv.com. And what else is there? The third thing is the free for me. The free for me. You can get a third more time free when you book a reading at booklaura.com if you use Radio Show Key when you're booking your appointment. So the free for me, use Radio Show Key at booklaura.com and you'll put that in the event code field and I'll know that you're getting that bonus. So for example, if you buy 30 minutes, you'll get a third of that, 10 minutes extra for free for the same price as the 30-minute appointment. So those are 3 main things that are there. Also, before I go into the readings, into the queue, I always have a focus subject. Hopefully it's something that's stimulating to you, maybe something that you've been thinking about, or wanting to know more about. I don't know how this happened, but I guess it happened a long time ago, but it just reoccurred again for me. And that is my interest in early retirement. I used to be very, very motivated by this idea and this ideal that if I could get enough money and lower my expenses, I didn't have to work anymore. And I did find a book as I used manifesting skills to help with this. One of them is called Creative Visualization. Just a quick summary of what that is. If you come up with an idea of something you really want in your life, if you spend 7 to 10 minutes a day in a relaxation sort of daydream, visualizing yourself having that, the theory is, and the evidence seems to be, that you will create that in your life. So, well, by the way, as a little aside, a lot of you call me up and say, I want you to tell me what's going to happen to me. Well, what I'm doing when I answer those kind of questions is I'm reading what you're creating. And if you're creating nothing, you're going to get nothing. So keep that in mind, everybody. You are creating everything and you are at the cause of it. And that is my life purpose, by the way, to help you figure that out. So anyway, I use manifesting tools to manifest a job in a company called Microsoft Corporation. Yes, I used to be a techie nerd. And I didn't know it at the time, but people that were around me, unassuming people, were friggin' holding enough shares to be millionaires. Anyway, that all worked out for me. I wasn't a millionaire, but I did leave with quite a large sum of money. But then what happened is I lost it all, right? Why? Because I guess my real gift and talent was to kind of come into this work. But anyway, lately it kind of came up again of how to lower your economic footprint. And retire early. And then I found on YouTube these videos about cheap RV living. There actually is a station on YouTube called Cheap RV Living. And the owner of that channel, Bob Wells, loves to explain from one video to the other all these people who ditched the rat race to sort of go into early retirement. Very, some of them are young, early retirement or later as a retirement idea to lower their expenses by living out of a van or an RV. It's a little bit, shall we say, rough around the edges, but it is an interesting idea. And there's a whole movement. I guess some of you probably have heard of it, where minimalism and minimalist living, where you're lowering your expenses so that you can have freedom and have more meaning in your life. And it is sort of a trend right now. It's something a lot of people are interested in. So it is possible to do that. Create a better life for yourself. You don't have to be stuck, right? Like a lot of people call me up and say, when am I going to get a job or pay my bills? And I want you to think out of the box a little bit. There's lots of, not that you don't need money, of course you need money, but maybe you can start your own business. Okay? There's many ways to make money, and also you can lower your expenses. So never feel stuck, everyone. There's always an answer. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a prayer, energy connection, and meditation prayer, energy connection. Then I will go to the phone lines. Let me just see if Brisa has come into the queue yet. There she is. Let me just make a note of her. I see you, Brisa. I know what she wants. So whoever makes a donation goes to the top of the queue. I have a lot of people waiting, but we'll see what we can do with this, okay? Can't guarantee. I do my very, very best to get to everybody. And as an aside, other side connections seem to take longer than other types of readings because I have to, it depends on who's the sitter, who's getting the messages, but some people have to say it a few times and I have to slow it down until we get that real good understanding that we have who they want, or that we have a connection they can validate. So it tends to take a little more time. Okay. And I do private sessions in all of this work. I don't say that so much during the show, but just to let you know, if you're not being read on the show, I do have private sessions. You can get a discount using Radio Show Key when you book your session at booklaura.com. That there are more resources for you. It's not just the readings here. And I know some of you have limited budgets, and I'm not trying to sell my services per se. I'm just giving it to you as an additional resource. Okay. So everybody listening, if you would please uncross your arms and legs and start to breathe from your abdomen, breathing in deeply. And exhaling, allowing spirit to come in to fill you up with hope, with energy, with confidence. Breathing in when you're ready, deeply from the abdomen. And exhaling, allowing yourself to let go and open up to God and higher power. And each of you, please, as you continue to breathe from your abdomen, start to focus on your unique situation and your unique needs for today. If you are wanting an other side connection, please call in your loved ones and also be open to who does show up as the soul most likely or easiest, most able to communicate will be the ones that show up. We don't want to say no to them because it actually might be the portal to the other soul, or they might be who you need to hear from, even though you have something else in your mind. So be open to who does show up. While you're doing that, I'm going to go off and invoke the master prayer, and then I will make the connection. 1 second, please. And now, on your next exhale of breath, please release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. 1 moment, please. Okay, so I'm going to go to Brisa first, who did make a donation. And after that, I will check to see if anybody else did make a donation. And if not, then I will simply take first in, first out, first caller in. And that will be the one I open up the line to. Oh, by the way, before I open up the line to Brisa, if you call in early and you do not answer me when I'm screening the calls, you might not, you probably, as far as I'm concerned, you didn't call in early because I'm pre-screening the calls for a reason. So keep that in mind. If you do call in early, you need to sit there till I can get to you. Okay? Sorry about that. And there are people who didn't call in early, and I'll just go to them. Okay, I'm going to Brisa. Hey, Brisa, how you doing, sweetie? Hi, honey. So I know that we did work with you a couple of weeks ago. I think it was difficult to pull in your husband. You've already requested who you want. I think I got his mother in, or his mother-in-law or something, and then he finally came in a little bit. Is that correct, honey? Am I remembering it correctly, love? I got your grandparents in, but I didn't get your husband in. I didn't get him in. Okay. Let's see if we can do that. So, Brees, I just want you to focus, 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 and relax. And we have your area code as another piece of identification. There's a few people in the room with us. Spirit is speaking to me and saying that you are a very mothering type. There are things being said to me, but they're not I don't yet have a contact of one person, so that's why I'm not saying too much yet. You're a very special Brisa. You're a very special person, Brisa. I love you very much. From my heart to yours. These are messages that are coming in. I haven't identified who's saying them yet. I'm a very familiar person to you. You love me very much. I am your soulmate. I am here to speak with you. Okay, sir, you need to give us identification other than these beautiful words of love. You need to show me who you are through evidence, what you look like, what you passed from, and whatever it is that's going on with you that she can say, yeah, that's him. Okay, the first thing I'm hearing something about coughing, or there's a problem with this person's lungs. And he does mention the word disease. Would that make sense to you for the one you're thinking of, Risa? The one you're wanting. You're going to have to speak up, sweetheart, so that we can move back. Okay, thank you. All right. Would you understand a man who is not on the taller side, a little bit more, he doesn't look really tall, 5'8", 5'9", something like that. I'm going to give you what I get, and then we'll see who it is, because there might be somebody else here. So I see a male. He looks like he's a very strong build. A lot of whatever it is, he looks athletic in his build, but he doesn't look particularly tall. I do see that he has dark hair. It looks like it's a bit. It looks wavy. Let me just see what else I can get from him. Smart, very intelligent. He also has a hero image or hero type. Would that fit the person you're wanting, please, in any way? All right. Well, the way I just need to tell you exactly what he's showing me, which is really kind of cute in a way, because he doesn't have it figured out yet. He's trying to give me like images, and I'm having to interpret. But he actually has. Well, maybe it means something to you. He actually has like a Batman outfit on, or a cartoon character that shows hero. Okay. Now the reason I say is it might have another meaning. Might mean something else. But I'm interpreting to mean hero image, and he's strong, very nice muscular build. Hey, I'm talking to him now. Could you please let me see what you look like without the costume on? Let me see if he'll show us that. There is a problem, though. He still shows me with his lungs and in this area. It may not be a disease, but in the upper chest area, he's showing me something problematic there to breathe. You can't confirm that that's okay, but I do want to honor it. Okay? A lot of love for you, a lot of green around his heart chakra. Okay, we know you love her, but you have to. I'm talking to your husband, Brisa. You have to show us evidence, okay? Messages of love are nice, but they don't really have as much meaning to what was really you. Show me what you passed of, if you can. Show me names. Show me all that good stuff. He's a calm, engineering type of personality. He likes to get things done. He's very good around the house. He shows me he's able to fix things, or he's good with working with his hands. Would that make sense to you, please? Yes or no, Risa? Okay, he's a very calm personality. He doesn't get upset very easily. Would you understand that, please? Okay. He also gives me a feeling of somehow being in law enforcement. I don't know if he literally is, or he's just an orderly person that keeps things together for the family. So I'm going to leave that alone, unless you could say he really is in law enforcement. But I get a feeling of like when he's around, you feel protected. I guess you would say that, you certainly did feel protected when he was around. But was he actually in law enforcement? Because I get that feeling. Okay, that's fine. But there's something about him who's very protective, very nurturing, very skilled. He's a skilled laborer. He works with his hands for profession, not just good around the house. Would you understand that, please? Teresa? Okay, so he says it's for his profession. He says you love him very much and he loves you very much. He's going to add something in. Something about, he says that working with his hands was not enough for him. He had to take on something else. And he's going to add in something else that added income to the family. So it was the second thing that he was working on or wanting to get going with. It gives me a feeling of real estate around it. Would that make sense to you, please? Risa. Okay. It feels like he wants, okay, that's fine, love. Thank you. I'll honor what I'm getting. I get a feeling he wants a second income or second job. Maybe it's from you. Did you work, honey? Do you do anything like secondary income for the family? That's fine. Thank you. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. Let me continue. I do see a house. Looks like you all lived or still live. I see in a suburban setting. I see grass in the backyard, and it looks like suburban setting. I see like single family homes around. Of a vision he's giving me, and there's something in the backyard. I can't really make out what it is. But would you say you live in a suburban setting, please, in a single family home or something like that? All right. Well, I think he's showing me the house, but he still hasn't shown me the passing. It might be extremely traumatic since you are young. You are, Brisa, young, and he looks fairly young. Hold on. Heard all that, love. Are you okay, please? Yeah, I'm very good. I'm fine. He wants you to know that. Didn't suffer at all. The passing was a complete mess. I know. It's very difficult for you and the family. Because also shows me his mother. I believe she's on earth. Very upset. Passing was traumatic for everyone involved. I can talk about it. All right. We're waiting. I was upset about something and I left the house. I left the house suddenly and I was not able to get back home. I'm going to have to let him talk, Risa. I left the house suddenly. I wasn't able to get back home again. I was very upset about something emotionally, empty inside, and I went and did something that wasn't right. He's taking some responsibility for his passing. Would that make any sense to you, please? Okay, then you don't know. Yeah. Because he's taking some responsibility for this. And hopefully he'll say it again. I didn't exactly take my life, but I was in a mess. I was in a mess and I was in a mistake and I did the wrong thing and I made the wrong turn and I got locked up or something. Let me just get it correctly. I hurt myself. I did hurt myself and there's an accident involved, but there's some responsibility for him being there and I don't know what that is just yet. Would you understand accident, please? Yeah. And he didn't really hurt himself per se in terms of intention of the accident. However, he does take some responsibility for being there at that time. He really shouldn't have been there, and it was not the right place for him to be. I'm not sure why he keeps saying that, love, but I want to continue with it. It was an auto accident. of sorts, but there was a mistake I made, and that's where I'm taking responsibility. It's like as if he made a left when he should have made a right, or he went in the wrong direction at that time. And it also feels like it's like, why would he have done that? Why? Unless he wasn't in full command of his senses or wasn't paying attention, or just an innocent mistake. But I get a sense of him doing the wrong thing in the car, which is in part his fault. Now, would that make sense to you, please, from what you know? Yeah. And that's why he got into the accident. Now, well, I want to ask him, see if he'll be so kind as to let us know, love. Why did you make that mistake? Do you know why? I don't know why. He says, I just was upset at the time and I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my watch and trying to get somewhere quickly. So the answer is he was not paying attention and he was, I guess, in a rush to get somewhere. And I also sense there's money involved, like you need to get money out of something, or money looked like there was a certain window to be able to extract the money. Or if it's not exactly money, then it's something that has significance to him, has value to him. I'm sure that from what you know, that would make sense. Is that correct, please? Okay, well, he feels like he shows me he's looking at his watch, he's in a hurry, and he's not paying attention, and that's what the cause of it is. And I know it from your perspective and the rest of the family, it's crazy. Why would he do that? Why? Because he was not paying attention and there was some kind of stress involved. Okay? Oh, he says he loves you very much. He says, well, I'm glad I got that over with, telling you how I passed. He says, I really didn't want to talk about it because it's very traumatic for you, Brisa. He says, I know it's very traumatic for you. He says that he was in the hospital. He didn't die on the scene. Would you understand that, please? Brisa, honey? You don't know?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you don't know. Oh, wow. Oh, because he says that somehow you let him go, or somehow he was let go. Well, I just want you to know he does say it was a waiting time before he transitioned. And he says it's the feeling of letting go, or that he was able to leave the earth vibrations, the letting go process there. He says, you're very kind, he says to you, to forgive me for my sins. He says, I'm sorry for the way I treated you at the end. I wasn't there for you all the time. Do you understand what that means, honey? Okay. I wasn't there for you all the time. Right. I wasn't always looking in on you. I wasn't taking care of you as the way I used to take care of you. He says, I want you to know, and I know you have children because you said that earlier today. I want my children to know I love them all very much. And it wasn't abandoning anyone. I simply was doing my own thing, which needed to happen at that time in my life. He says, please forgive me for all of my sins and the way I treated you all at the end. He says, I want you to know that you all are the ones for me, and that I never meant to leave you. Now, that could be a double meaning, leaving you at that time in his life before he transitioned, and then now leaving him to go to spirit, which means you don't have any real closure there. But he's trying to make the closure now, Brisa. So I'm going to leave you with that, sweetheart, because I do have a full queue of many people waiting for messages. And I want to thank you, honey, so much for allowing spirit to be of service. Thank you, honey. God bless. It's very traumatic, these things. I'm so sorry for your loss. Okay, I'm going to go to, well, first, let me just see if anybody else made a donation. Hopefully no one did. Oh, somebody did. Jessica. All right. Anybody else? Come over here. No, it looks like only Jessica did. Okay, let me get you, see if I can see your phone number, Jessica, so I can find you in the queue. That would be 412. Now I have to find you, and then we'll go to the rest of the callers. Okay, 412. There it is. Oh, that's the person that never spoke up, I think. Yeah. Is that you, Jessica? Is that you, Jessica? All right, not Jessica. Hold on for a second. Go back. There might be another person with 412. I tell you, my eyesight's bothering me right now, everybody. Everything's double. There's only one 412, and that's Jessica. And Jessica, I cannot hear you for some reason. I'm not sure why, honey. And you have an urgent matter that just can't wait. I will call you after the show. Okay, I will call Jessica after the show since I can't get her. I'm going to try one more time. Jessica, can you hear me? Ah, there you go. Oh, okay. I couldn't hear you. I'm good now that I can talk to you. Wasn't so good before. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've tried. Yeah, you know what? A lot of things happen with Blog Talk. All right, looking for answers already in queue. Go ahead, honey, ask you to know what you need. So, okay, so the answer is no, I don't do your reading through a deceased loved one, but the guides, yeah. Let me just see something. So you're asking when this letting go will happen, when you'll be released from. Yeah, I understand. All right. Well, let me get his. May I have his initials, please? All right. Let's go to that energy for a moment. There's a feeling that he does care for you very much. I also he feels he's made mistakes, and he would like to make up for them. So let me just continue, honey, and then we'll come back to you. But he knows it's over. He just can't face it. He just can't he can't face his fate right now. We're going to continue until we get an answer of when. So there's a lot of resistance because of emotional baggage he has, not able to let go. He feels that he belongs with you. He doesn't want to face it. He can't let go. It's very, very difficult for him to let go in general. He's sort of a retentive personality, likes to control things, likes to have ownership. You're his prize, so to speak, or possession. He's not, and there's also money problem, letting go of the money's involved, breaking up the household, all that business. All right, well, when is this going to, when? Will it? Spirit, will it ever happen? Hold on. The way you're showing me, it looks like Sky. We have to see if he's going to be forced. Okay, hold on, honey. I need to focus. Let me just focus. When I'm silent, I just need to. I'll come back to you when I want you. I'm sorry for being a little controlling, but I have to because I need to focus. Yeah, because this is not an easy one. Okay, I'm getting into energy again, and I'm going to look at the lawyers and the court system and everything else. Well, I'm getting it's going to take in total a year. I don't know from now or from the beginning. I'll find out, and how it's going to be that he can't hold on anymore. I feel that he has no legal grounds to hold on, but I also feel that he's trying right now to hide things, like hide assets, things like that. It becomes a move, yeah. So he's a moving target, and it's very difficult to close the books on this. If you were able to accept less, like nothing, oh, then you could end it. But, you need your fair share of things, of course, and you should be getting your fair share of things. He does have ownership of the lock and key on many different things that were joint ownership. It feels like he has ownership there. So I don't see. Yeah, but and what it comes down to is I don't see this is what I see. I don't see him changing. I don't see that changing. What I see is that you could get you could finalize your divorce, but not to your satisfaction. And I don't see how they can really control any of this, the court system, because even if they rule in your favor, there would be a collection process needed. And I don't see that happening. Oh, okay. Okay, well, let me just look into that because I do feel that he will be retentive about the money as well. So, whatever that is, you may not need it or whatever, but let's look at the children. Ownership issue. Well, I get he will let them go eventually because I feel that they have minds of their own. I feel that you have a daughter, correct? At least one daughter and like a son. You have a girl. Okay, the girl's going to want to be near you sooner than the son, but I feel but she'll carry the son. She'll carry her brother with her. In other words, she'll be the first one to say, "Look, I want to be with mom or mommy. I want to be around mom." You get along well with her in particular. Son, you get along well as well. And I feel it's going to be them that's going to instigate the change and ask for things to change to be set up differently. So I don't feel it's going to be that bad nor last that much longer. It will be within 3 to 4 months. Most of this behind you. On custody, yeah, and well, I'm getting like within 3 months, and I feel there's going to be because your child is asking. That's what I'm getting, and it's going to come from your daughter. And that, yeah, it's going to be fine. It's going to be good. So hold your space, be the beautiful person you are, and loving person that you are, and don't talk negatively, which you're not now. I'm being told you're very good. What is her name, please? Your daughter's name? Oh, you meant the judge. Oh, the judge from. Okay, hold on. I don't need her name. Hold on. Abby, and Abby is his lawyer or your lawyer or both? Well, when you said, "Do I see anything about the lawyer?" And you said, I'm sorry, and okay, so you said any action with your daughter and the judge around that time. Is that what you're asking me? When you said, find out who is this? Oh, that's what I asked you too. All right, let me see. Is there going to be anything with the female judge towards the end of this month? You've already seen her, I guess, once or twice. There's three in total. Yeah. You're almost on a first name. She likes you, by the way. This judge likes you, and she's very kind to you, very concerned. Well, you may think, okay, then if I'm not getting the right information for you, sweetheart, I'm going to have to let you go because I got a very strong feeling that she does like you. Okay, darling? Thank you. Bye bye. Okay. I'm now going to just double check, see if anybody else is waiting with a donation. Otherwise, I'll just go to the regular phone lines. And there is a payment here, but I believe it's for regular session. Yeah. Okay, good. So let's come back to the lines. Okay. I'm going to go to Michael, who's been very patient. He was one of the first callers. Hey, Michael, how are you? Very good, thank you. And thank you for being so patient. So go ahead, sweetheart, and ask your question. So you're looking for we'll say more of a professional gig than waiting tables, and you want to know, I guess, if you're going to get one soon. And excuse me. Okay, but and it's a sales job work. Did you say you're looking for a sales job working from home? I just want to make sure I hear. Okay, all right, all right. Well, see, you don't want that. Okay, I'm still trying to understand your question. Do you want to work in a restaurant? You already are working in a restaurant. I don't quite get that. You already have that. Let me just look into that, honey, not into another restaurant job, because you already kind of know you could get that. Okay, so we're going to sales job from home for Michael, please. And he's in Vegas and he's area code 480. One second, please. Yeah, you will have an opening soon. You're very good at this. You don't even need help with this. I guess you just want to hear it. Help gives you a little more faith and something to look forward to. And you do need to be encouraged. You're very good at the work you do in sales. You're a very good communicator. You have an excellent repertoire of skills. You've done this before. You have good references, and it will not be any. There's something more they're saying. It won't be very difficult for you to get the job you're seeking, and it will not be as shallow as the ones you've had before. There will be more to the work, and that's what you're really asking me. Quite often I have to get to the right question. They're saying that what you're really asking is, am I going to find a job of substance with some depth to it that allows me to use my sales and communication skills to move up a ladder, financial ladder, and also that I could move up such that I would have more equity in the firm, or that I can build a nest egg or make a lot of money? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Also get scientific background for you, or that seems to be the direction. Something to do with science, uh, biology, medicine, something in that direction. So if you're not choosing that as the direction, then you should do that. Make sense? That's perfect for you. And that gives you the biggest bang for your buck. Okay? You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye bye. Okay, I'm going to Sonia, who is wanting an other side connection. Hi there, sweetheart. How are you? I'm doing good, sweetie. You know, I felt before, and you want another side connection. I do feel a female figure, like a mother figure around you. Um, Actually, in the room with you right now. She's sitting around waiting for you. The first I did earlier, I said mother. She's got a mother there in spirit. So when I said mother, it could be your own mother or someone like a mother, or it could be mother-in-law, it could be an aunt, it could be a grandparent, it could be a lot of people, right? Until I give you identification. And she's around. Yeah, she's around you right now. She's actually showing me she's floating around your head right now. That's an interesting little comment. I do see a female now in front of me. It looks like she's got her hair neatly coiffed in a shorter hairstyle, a little bit of like soft little waves around the face. The hair looks on the lighter side. She might have colored it for a time in a lighter hair color, like a blondish, brownish thing. She's got cute little curved up lips, thin on the thin side. Maybe she liked to wear lipstick every now and then. They look pink or they look ruddy at the moment. I don't know if she's got lipstick on, or she's just trying to show me the difference between the lips and the rest of her face. But she's got a nice pinkish tone to the lip. She's got high cheekbones. And the lips are distinctive, and so are the eyes. The eyes have a twinkle in them. The eyes also, there's a certain amount of, how do we say this without sounding, they kind of pop out a little bit, if you will. They have a certain amount of, yeah, they pop out a little bit, like a Betty Davis kind of eye, right? Oh, you know what I mean. And a straight nose with flared nostrils. You know, a little bit of width to the bridge of the nose and the bottom, but nothing exceptional. She's got even features. And the lips are distinctive in that they kind of curve up when she smiles, and she's smiling right now. She does look elderly. Yeah, she's real sweet. And she's on the slender side, not too heavy. She also looks like she would have liked to wear some nice jewelry. She's got some pearls on her neck right now, and she's got pearls on her ears right now. Okay, and she's showing me a different vision at the moment. She flipped from one vision to another. This vision, her hair is a little bit more brownish and it's a little bit longer, but does still have a bit of a wave to it, but not off her shoulder, not up below her ear. This particular image. Very kind, very sweet, very, very adorable and slender. And she does look like she lives to an old age. She does visually look old. So I'm giving you the visual right now. Let me see what was that, honey? I couldn't hear you. You do see an orb. Wow, how cool is that? She said she was flying around your head, right above your head. She said she loves you so much. Yeah, I'll just say she loves you so much. She gives you a big smooch, smooch, kiss, kiss, hug, hug. She looks like she might have been a little unstable physically. She might have used a cane or a walker towards the end. I do see her with something like that. Would that make sense to you, please? Okay. Well, I don't know what she shows. She just shows me as if she's a little unstable on her feet, and she showed me with a cane. So I'll just leave that with you. We don't have to get a confirmation on that. I do feel there's something going on in the upper chest and the lung area that's the difficulty for her is in breathing. Would that make sense, please? It's very, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There's a male with her also under her. She would have had a son also. I see a son down the family line. Okay, I just want to say that. And she's also saying something about very difficult to get out of. Okay, well, what you already said, very difficult to get out of bed towards the end of her life. Yes, difficulty walking. She also wants to say to you she loves you very much. Says thank you for asking her to come in this evening. There's a few children leaves behind. She gives the number 4 as 4 children. Can you make sense of that? 4? Yes, right. Okay. She says that she loves you very much. You're the favorite of them. She gives you all her love and sends the rest to others. There's a J name or Jack or Jill or something like that around the situation. I'm not sure whose name that is. Your name is Sonia. There's a J coming in like a Jack or Jill or something. Okay, now what do you say, sweetie? Well, be honest with you, I try to just limit one connection per caller, and one caller because I have so many people waiting, you know, I could spend a full hour with you. Let me just give it a quick look. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see. Do you have any comment about Mike, please? You're saying a relationship with Mike, but he's deceased now. But you still want her to make a comment about your connection to Mike. Is that correct, Sonia? Is that what you wanted me to ask her? All right. All right, let's see what she says. Well, I love Mike very much. He's a very good person. And you loved him very much. You still love him. She says he is with her now. She is taking care of many people around her. She's not the only one in spirit realm. There's a few other people there. I believe that there's a father figure for you in spirit as well. a few other souls. But Mike is with her now, waiting for your return to spirit when you're ready to go, which is not now. However, there's a very close connection between the two of you. She says he's a very humble person. I don't know why she says that, but she is saying he's a very humble person of sorts and doesn't ask much from you at this time. There's a reason for her saying that, Sonia, so let me continue. What do you mean by that, Mom? He's asking for you to he's asking for you to return home, but not now. He loves you very much, but does not want to bother you nor stick to you too much. He wants you to have a life of your own, and not think too much about the past and move forward with your life. That's the humility of this person. If he wants to step forward, he may at this moment. I'm inviting him to do so. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I love you very much. Thanks for asking me to come in this evening. He is coughing, so that would indicate problem with lungs and breathing. Would you understand that, please, for Mike? Okay. All right, and it also shows me, I believe he might have smoked at some time in his life. Would you understand that, please? I'm trying to get evidence for you. That led to a problem with the breathing, and that's why he shows me the two together. He's showing me one last thing. I believe he liked ball or baseball very much. He might have had something more to do with it than just liking it, but he's kind of showing me that. Would that make any sense to you in any way, please? Okay. All right. Well, there's something to do with him and baseball that is significant enough for him to mention it. So I'll leave you with that. It does show me a younger boy with a baseball bat and hat. And he also shows me. Okay, this is interesting. Did he have any problem with hearing, honey, out of one of his ears? Okay. Because what I'm getting is that he might have been hit at that time near his ear, and it might have affected him in some way. I don't know if you know anything about that, but certainly you would if it were true. I just want to pass it on to you. Is there anything, Mike, you can give me that she can remember besides the lungs and the smoking? Is there anything else you can give me? And then we'll move on because we've already delivered the personal message from him, Mike. He does show me that he's carrying a bit of extra weight towards his time of his transition. It's more in the midsection. Would you understand that, please, for Mike? Well, let me say it again. What I do see is carrying extra weight in the midsection, and he shows it to me. So, and he said he's showing it to me as towards the end of his life. So I just want to say, like as if he had a bit of a little stomach on him. Not fat person. I didn't say that, and I'm not saying that. But yeah, big stomach, like a stomach on him. Like, a lot of guys get a beer barrel or whatever you want to call that. A little bit of a belly on him. He shows me that. He also shows me his problem with his heart, which I already mentioned the lungs, but I also see a problem with the heart. Now, you understand that, please? Heart problems? He also says something about you, Sonia, a very sophisticated planner, and you take care of a lot of things for other people in their homes. He says you're very articulate and very organized individual. He says keep up the good work. He's trying to encourage you in your own work. And it feels like there's a business aspect to this. He says keep up with that. He says that is your calling and you're very good at it. He said, would that make sense to you, honey? Just go quickly, please. Sonia. Did you hear what he just said? He's encouraging you to continue in your work, which feels like, well, he said you help people in their homes and you're organized. It's like, I feel like you're coordinating events, but something in their home. Maybe you're decorating their homes. I don't really know, but you're a very sophisticated planner. Would that make sense to you? Those are his words. It does make sense to you. Okay, great. And he's yeah, perfect. And he's encouraging you to continue your work in the home, in the homes of others, helping them. because you're very good at it and that's what you're skilled at. And you need to hear the encouragement because there's an aspect of you doing this on your own now, which is a little scary for you. So he wants to encourage you that you'll be successful with that. Okay, Sonia? Make sense? All right, honey. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you go. God bless. Thank you. Thank you, too. Bye-bye, honey. Okay, I'm now going to find caller 3 if I can. I believe I already handled caller 3. That was Jessica. Okay, so I'm going to go to call 4. It's Patricia who wants another other side connection. Hi there, Patricia. Hi, sweetheart. How you feeling? How you doing? Hanging in there? All right. Oh, of course, my pleasure, love. And you're from 505 area code. Well, let's see who pops forward. To be honest, when I first screened you earlier, I didn't feel anyone sitting there for you, but now I'm going to see if somebody does step forward. I get the feeling, very slight, of a male to you. And I also feel an older woman like grandma or mom, but the male doesn't feel that much older than you. Hold on. Her name is Patricia. I don't know why I get the name Donna in my head. Oh, that's why, because Donna's right below you on the switchboard. But Donna, don't get the wrong idea. You're not the person that called in after her. It's just the way the phones went around. Let me focus. We'll try to. Okay, I feel there's a father figure for you in spirit. Would you have a father, please? In spirit. Okay, he's a very calm, they use these words a lot, but only when they apply. A calm and engineering sort of person. Calm temperament. Would you agree he had a calm temperament, please? Okay, engineering meaning he knew how to get things done. He's very smart, very shrewd, and very organized in his life. Wasn't a person that anyone could get the wool over his eyes about. He's very intelligent. Would you understand that for father, please? Okay. He gives a slender appearance. Would you understand, at least the vision he's giving me of himself, I get a slenderness there to the physique. And I also hear the words he did like to take care of himself, or was somewhat concerned with staying in shape, at least, yeah, he took care of himself well. Would you understand that for father, please? All right. I'm going to give you more specific information. This is sort of our warm-up, if you will. Very good looking, very handsome, nice person. Everyone got along with him. And he also says thank you to you. He says you took care of him at the end. Would you know that, please? Can you confirm that, please? Okay, that's fine, and that's what you're taking care of. But he literally said in my head, thank you for taking care of me at the end. So if you want to interpret for financial, that's fine. That is perfect. I'm trying to see what the cause of transition was, if it will show me. He also seems to have nice height to him. He's not on the shorter side, he's more of a taller person. Believes in equal rights for people, strong personality. I'm not asking to confirm that because it's a little general, let me just go to more specific things, as he'll show me. Okay. Would your family have anything to do with living sort of out of the city, a more of country environment, please? It's funny because he's showing me like a stable or a barn. I don't know what that would have to do with you, but I just want to say, I see like background looks like a stable or a barn. That doesn't have any significance, does it? Okay, other than your sister's house, all right. Okay, so Daddy, you have to give me a little more info. You were very good so far. You have to come out of the fear zone and into the seeing zone. He's a little frightened for just to do this, so he's tentative. You can do it. Come on. Let me see if I can get him to talk. There's a problem with him holding food down towards the end of his life. Would that make sense to you, please? Okay. So he's doing good with giving us the info for validation. He's throwing up a lot, having trouble holding food in his stomach, unable to digest anymore the way he used to. There is a problem also in the intestines. This is where most of the element of illness resided. Would that make sense to you, please? Yes or no? These are his words. All right. It was a humble passing at best. He laughs a little bit about it, a little sad about it because of the way it happened. It was painful for him, difficult, very difficult. You were very kind to him. Everyone around him was very kind to him. There was a knowing that he would pass before he went. He knew he was ill. He knew it would not be able to recuperate. He did the best with the remaining time he had as he could. Um, spending quality time with family and friends as much as possible. And then slowly he weakened and weakened and finally transitioned. He is happy in his spirit family now with his spirit home. Many people around him are very kind to him. He does get around. He didn't know that he would be in a place like this when he was transitioning. He had no idea. He says to you, "This is very real, my dear. This is very real." And he wants you to know that it's not some vague location. There's real people here. And I am having a good time. I am enjoying myself and I'm very happy now. And I can breathe easy. I feel good, I feel terrific. And I'm helping other people like myself. Oh, interesting. He's helping other people like himself transition into the spirit realm, for it was always his goal on earth to help people. Although he didn't do it the way he does it now, uh, he's now doing it a different way. But he always was sort of a person who was looking out for other people, if you will. I know that's vague, my dear. I know it fits, but I also know it's not specific. But that's okay. We'll let him talk. But on Earth, he was taking care of people in a way with his business or the work that he did. But it feels to me like the work that he did was not necessarily caretaking. There might have been an aspect to it, like helping people with money or things like that. So that's what I get a feeling about him of that kind of a work. Would you understand that, please? All right. And that well, now that he's in spirit world, he's taking care of people in a different way. It's about their welfare and their belief system and how they transition. So he literally, so he's a very advanced soul because only advanced souls get to do this. As if he's trying to aid people coming to the door of spirit from Earth, people who have similar illness to him, and also people who don't know what to expect and maybe don't have such firm belief to help eradicate their fear and go through that portal peacefully. He says to you, it's very important to know thyself to you. I don't know why yet he's saying that, but he will tell us in a moment. To know thyself, Patricia, and to accept thyself. He says, you're very good at accepting yourself. You don't argue with yourself. He says, but sometimes you really don't, you don't know yourself. He says, he wants you to think more about what you really want and where you're really going. And don't be so nice to others. A lot of people take from you and don't give back. And you're a giver, not a taker. So you get railroaded off your purpose, off your track, and off what you really want. Focus on what you want, Patricia, and you will have it. Don't be so nice to everyone around you. You have a lot of people using you and feeding off of you energetically at this time. He says you really need to get back on track for your own sanity, health, and sake. I hope that makes sense to you, Patricia. You're absolutely right. And you're being sensitive to it. You're wanting to please everyone. He's saying, don't worry about that. Go do what you need to do the way you want to do it. He says, you're a very loving person. And you want everyone to love you back um, and not to have any animosity towards you. He says, but you have to do what's right for yourself and what your heart and soul tell you to do. The instructions I gave you were correct and for everybody's highest good. They can't have the money now. It does need to sit. And he's making it seem like it's some kind of a holding place that they can't get at all of it right now. But then, it's like as if they're getting a stipend or an allowance, but they can't get it all right now in one lump sum, so to speak. And you're doing what he asked, and that's the right thing. Hey, honey, I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you, sweetheart. Have a beautiful evening. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to do this again next week at the same time, same place. Have a great week, everyone. Namaste.